Hi, Olivia. I thought you did a great job. I'm looking at my notes right now. You talked, you actually talked about Mr. Johnson, and you said that you talked to Mr. Johnson and you went back to where he said that he self-mentors because he reflects and he makes changes. And that is absolutely correct in the sense that that is one level in self-mentoring. I want to make sure that we do understand that there are four levels. It is very sequential and it's very prescriptive. So just reflecting and making changes, he also would need to be collecting data and then using that data to assert strategies to get the results that he wants. And he may be doing that. It may be that it just wasn't explained that much, but certainly if he's reflecting over what's going on, then and making changes based on that certainly sounds kind of like self-mentoring, but it is a very prescriptive process. And the purpose of this was not to make you feel bad or say you have to be using self-mentoring. It really was just to make you aware that there are three practices that you can use: mentoring, coaching, and self-mentoring. And keep in mind that under mentoring, there are probably 100 different types of mentoring, like reverse mentoring and group mentoring. And then under coaching, there's 100 types of coaching. Cognitive coaching is under there, instructional coaching, curriculum coaching. The list goes on, executive coaching. And then when you go to self-mentoring, there's self-mentoring. So the purpose of this assignment was to acquaint you with the fact that there are different practices available for you to use with beginning teachers or struggling teachers. So if you are principal in the school and you have a teacher that's struggling, you may use one, you may use two, you may use all, any combinations. I just want you aware of what's available to you. I love the story that you shared, that your principal said that he really didn't have a good mentor. And so he made a promise to himself that he was going to be a good one. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's commendable. And you're very fortunate that you have someone who's taken that on as an oath. And I think people that have had bad mentoring experiences do feel like that. I certainly have not had good mentoring experiences. When you were talking about your beginning teachers, you did say that, or struggling teachers, that they are assigned mentors, they observe other teachers. And then when you were talking about the focused staff development and workshops that you said kind of cover all the standards, part of that starts moving into self-mentoring. And by that, what I mean is that if a teacher is struggling in something and they've identified that's a weakness for them, and they set an expectation that they're going to improve in that area, and they enlist these strategies that they're going to use, and they collect data, and then they decide to reach out and get information or an expert or do something in order to figure out how to overcome this obstacle. That in itself is self-mentoring, but it's the entire process. It's not like you can take a slither of it and say, oh, I'm self-mentoring by just doing one part. It is a complete cycle. And I just want to make sure you understand that. It's, and I think it's clear in the book, but I'm not foolish. I know that you guys have so much on your plate. So the odds of you reading the book will be slim. According to research, only 2 people out of the 10 of you in the internship, or 11, will actually read the book. So I totally get that. And that's the purpose of the video, is to kind of cover what's in the book in case you don't get to read it. But anyway, great job. I thought you covered everything. You did a wonderful job, and I appreciated it. Great video. You were articulate. Did wonderful. Thanks.